Hi everyone and welcome to this YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to talk top 10 facts about space. Please subscribe and type subscribe in the comment section below. 1. Space is completely silent. There is no air or atmosphere in space. Since it is a vacuum, sound waves will have no medium to travel to. That means no one will hear you scream in space, even if you shout the loudest, while sound waves, mechanical waves, need a medium to travel. Radio waves, electromagnetic waves, can travel in the void of space. Astronauts use radios to stay in communication while in space, since radio waves can still be sent and received in a vacuum environment. Many will have heard the expression that in space, no one can hear you scream. To get to the bottom of this, we need to take a closer look at the science behind it all. 2. The hottest planet in our solar system is 450 degrees C. The hottest planet in the solar system is Venus. This scorching planet has an average surface temperature of about 232 degrees Fahrenheit, 450 degrees Celsius. Interestingly, Venus is not the closest planet to the Sun. Mercury is. Mercury has no atmosphere to regulate temperature, so it has a very large temperature fluctuation. Venus, on the other hand, has the thickest atmosphere among all planets. This atmosphere traps heat, making Venus very hot. The hottest planet in our solar system is 450 degrees C3. There may be life on Mars. Of all the planets in our solar system, apart from Earth, Mars is the one most likely to be hospitable to life. In 1986, NASA found what they thought may be fossils of microscopic living things in a rock recovered from Mars. A Martian meteorite fueled speculation and debate in 1996 when scientists reported that it held signs of past life. The search now moves to Mars itself. NASA 202 on August 7, 1996, reporters, photographers, and television camera operators surged into NASA headquarters in Washington, D.C. The crowd focused not on the row of seated scientists in NASA's auditorium, but on a small, clear plastic box on the table in front of them. Inside the box was a velvet pillow, and nestled on it like a crown jewel was a rock from Mars. The scientists announced that they'd found signs of life inside the meteorite. NASA Administrator Daniel Goldin gleefully said it was an unbelievable day. 4. Nobody knows how many stars are in space. The sheer size of space makes it impossible to accurately predict just how many stars we have. Right now, scientists and astronomers use the number of stars only within our galaxy, the Milky Way, to estimate. That number is between 200 to 400 billion stars, and there are estimated to be billions of galaxies, so the stars in space really are completely uncountable. Nobody knows exactly how many stars there are in the universe. There are so many stars, billions and billions of them, that it is not possible to count them all. Our own galaxy, the Milky Way, has several hundred billion stars. There are billions of other galaxies in the universe, which have as many or even more stars. 5. Halley's Comet won't orbit past Earth again until 2061. Discovered in 1705 by Edmund Halley, the famous comet was last seen in 1986 and is only seen once every 75 to 76 years. Halley's Comet is arguably the most famous comet in history. As a periodic comet, it returns to Earth's vicinity about every 75 years, making it possible for a person to see it twice in their lifetime. It was last here in 1986, and it is projected to return in 2061. 6. A full NASA spacesuit costs $12 million. About 70% of the total cost was for the backpack and control module. If we were to convert the total amount to today's pricing, this would be approximately around $150 million. Up to now, NASA reuses the spacesuits that were made in 1974. In 2019, the first all-female spacewalk was canceled because of spacesuit availability. How much would a Tesla Model 3 cost if they only sold 12 of them? Not picking on Tesla, but any item built from scratch costs millions to design and build. It is only after selling hundreds of thousands, if not millions of copies, that the price becomes reasonable. A spacesuit is an extreme niche product for which there is no commercial market. NASA must pay for all the engineers, designers, welders, sewers, people who sue, and all the facilities, and keep those people on standby for when something breaks. 7 neutron stars can spin 600 times per second. Neutron stars are the densest and tiniest stars in the known universe, and although they only have a radius of about 10 kilometers, 6 miles, they may have a mass of a few times that of the Sun. They can rotate up to 60 times per second after they are born from a core collapse supernova star explosion, and have been known to spin as fast as 600 to 712 times per second because of their physics. We have read about stars in space before. Today, let's read about a special kind of star called neutron stars. When a huge star explodes in a supernova, its outer layers can blow off in an often beautiful display. This leaves behind a small, dense core that continues to collapse. Thereafter, gravity presses the material in on itself tightly. 8. There may be a planet made out of diamonds. As space facts go, this is pretty impressive. Research by Yale University scientists suggests that a rocky planet called 55 Cancri. It is twice the size of Earth and has a mass 8 times greater. It may have a surface made up of graphite and diamond. It's 40 light-years away but visible to the naked eye in the constellation of Cancer. In 2012, scientists announced they had discovered an exoplanet twice the size of Earth, believed to be made largely of diamond. Astronomers said the rocky planet, called 55 Cancri, was likely covered in graphite and diamond, rather than water and granite. 9. The footprints on the Moon will be there for 100 million years. The Moon has no atmosphere, which means there is no wind to erode the surface and no water to wash the footprints away. This means the footprints of the Apollo astronauts, along with spacecraft prints, rover prints, and discarded material, will be there for millions of years. True, the Moon has no atmosphere, which means there is no wind to erode the surface and no water to wash the footprints away. Footprints of the Apollo astronauts, along with any other spacecraft, prints, and discarded material, will be there for millions of years. 10. One day on Venus is longer than 1 year. Venus has a slow axis rotation, which takes 243 Earth days to complete its day. The orbit of Venus around the Sun is 225 Earth days, making a year on Venus 18 days, less than a day on Venus. New study has precisely calculated the duration of a day on Earth's closest neighboring planet, Venus, using radio waves, which allowed scientists to analyze other aspects of the cloudy, mysterious planet. It was already known that Venus has the longest day, the time the planet takes for a single rotation on its axis, of any planet in our solar system, though there were discrepancies among previous estimates. Thanks for watching.